Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today our topic is about the approaches to qualitative inquiry or qualitative research. Qualitative inquiry, or what is the qualitative research? Qualitative research generally see humans' behavior as something that is influenced by both internal and external factors. Thus, human behavior is a variable and can change from person to person, time to time, and situation to situation. Qualitative research seeks to examine, explore reality through participants' views, their own background and experiences. Like in qualitative research, we can examine the behavior of the individual, or rather it's internal or external. First of all, आप इसको इस चीज़ का पता हो what is internal behavior and what is external factor or external behavior. Internal factor means the person's own thinking, like उनकी cognitive thinking, उनकी mental thinking. If we want to check their internal thinking in psychology, we have a different test we can measure, or we can check the internal thinking of a person, like through Rorschach blot test, HTP test, right? We have a lot of these tests we can measure, or we can analyze the internal thinking. External factor, the person how they respond to specific situation. Like if I ask a question, what is qualitative research, so what will be your answer? That is your response, that is your external factor. Like जैसे environment है उसके according जो आप behave करते हैं, that will be your external factor. So human behavior हमारा जो है stable नहीं है, that is a variable that can be changed with time to time. Like एक सिचुएशन में अगर आपने एक जैसा एक बिहेवियर शो किया है, तो मे बी सेम सिचुएशन में अदर टाइम आप डिफरेंट बिहेवियर शो करो, राइट? तो हमारा बिहेवियर कंसिस्टेंट नहीं है, दैट इज चेंजिंग विद टाइम, विद एक्सपीरियंस एंड विद एक्सप्लोरेशन, राइट? Qualitative research seeks to describe things in as much detail as possible. Like when we are talking about the qualitative research, it's mean we need to explain anything in detail as possible as we can explain it. By understanding others' view, background and experiences and factors that affect each, we can better understand people's as well as ourselves. So in qualitative research, we can explain a thing in detail, we can explain our thinking, we can explain the other persons as well, right? So in qualitative research we have a different types of and we can say in qualitative research we have different approaches of qualitative inquiry or qualitative research. First type is narrative, then phenomenological, then ethnographic, then we have a case study, and then action research, and last grounded theory. And now we'll see what is narrative, what are the difference between these approaches. In narrative, we focus on presenting an issues through individual stories, like the individual telling the stories, and we'll focus on that whatever he is presenting us. Okay. In phenomenological, that focus on understanding people's experience and perspective or feeling of on an issues, like the person's belief in the person or the individual's own belief and perspective about the specific situation. Okay, then in ethnographic, and we'll focus on studying people in their own environmental or natural setting. Like we, if we want to analyze, or we want to check the culture or environment of the specific individual, so we'll go for the ethnographic. Case study focus on the in-depth understanding of specific case over a period of time. Okay, so specific case, single case is there, we want to get the depth information, we'll go for the case study. In action research, focus on fixing or addressing an issues or problem. If we have one or more issues facing in during classroom lecture, or we will use action research. Mainly action research is used for the teachers. Okay, and then the grounded theory, that focus on developing a theory about a process. Okay, how the knowledge is becoming coming up, and how we are developing the theory, so that is called the grounded theory. So one by one we are going to discuss in detail what is um, a narrative research. So narrative research, that the word telling, narration means telling descriptions. So narrative method provides a mean to understand and analyze the stories people give, like whatever the people is telling the stories, and they are giving the information, they are describing the information of anything, we are getting and collecting the information from the individual. Narrative researchers often describe the context in which the participant is having an experience under investigation in detail, right? The anything is we are going to investigate, or we are getting the information in narrative, they are telling the aspects or the context of that in that specific situation. That may be the teacher studying, describing their school working context in detail. Okay, whatever your research topic is, so you will get the information. Narrative researchers present the stories of individual, often first person. In telling in narrations or in narrative researches, will focus on the first person stories. Okay, because the second person stories, the second person data is like secondary source, and that is not more reliable as compared to the primary source. Okay, so in narration will focus or will prefer the first person narration. The researchers add their interpretations of the story, focus on detail, theme that arise from the story. Okay, so as a researcher, you will focus on the detailed theme that is coming from the story. Okay, then what is the procedure for narrative research? Or first of all, we'll first identify the problem, like what is the problem of our research topic, what is the topic, and then according to that we'll select the participant, and according to our topic we'll collect the information from the selected participants. Then we'll get the detail and retell the story after capturing or after recording the information, and will make it reconfirm that whatever you told me, this is the information that I recorded. Okay, and when you are retelling the or retelling the story to your participants, make sure you'll highlight the specific theme which is pointed, and that is connected their answers whatever you questions. Okay, so before submitting or publishing your story, recheck with the participants, okay, that the story you are telling is accurate, right? Whatever you are recorded, you wrote, okay, you have to recheck to with your participants that whatever I have written, this is your story, that is correct or not. Okay, then the other approach or the other type is phenomenological research. Phenomenological research is studying people's perceptions of the world. Okay, multiple ways of interpreting the same experience. Like in this research, we'll observe or we study the perception of the people, how they perceive, how they believe. Okay, like in this video, in this picture, you can check one person, one apple is there. Okay, one is making it, this is the red apple, and one is saying it's a green apple. Like every person's beliefs are different, every person's perceptions are different. So there in this research we'll see how they are perceiving, how they are perceiving the information. Like this is the one more example that the only this is the one elephant, and one person is saying that this is the it's a spear, and one a person seeing that the grass is like it's a snake, and one lady is saying that the legs of elephant is three, one is saying the elephants is a it's a wall, it's a fan. Okay, and it's a rope, like elephant's tail is like a rope. So this is our perception, this is and every person's have the different perception. Okay, they have a different frame of thinking. Okay, whereas a narrative study reports the stories of individual, and in phenomenological study describe different people's perspective of shared experiences. Like in a narration they are telling the stories, okay, and in phenomenological they are telling the perspective of the how they are experience and how they are experience the information and experience the event. Okay, phenomenological research is concerned with the trying to understand what it is like from the point of view the participant. Like in the phenomenology, they are concerned about how the person is perceiving or how the person is understanding the information. Like one information is same for everyone. The difference is how one person is perceiving, how one person is understanding that information. Like I'll give you the example. Like this is the same lecture you people are watching. Oh, a few students are there who will understand the what is qualitative research. Few are not understood, and few are thinking, okay, qualitative research have different types. Okay, and few think that this is something which is beyond their cognitive thought, और वो उनको समझ नहीं आ रही, that is something difficult. और कुछ सुनते सुनते if they are in sitting in the class or they are while वो मुझे सुन रहे हैं, लेकिन वो क्या होगा कि मेंटली वो कहीं और प्रेजेंस होंगे, और उनसे क्वेश्चन किया जाएगा, जो उनके माइंड में थॉट होगी वो उसको एक्सप्लेन करेंगे. लाइक phenomenological is the perception कि हम इसको किस तरीके से ले रहे हैं. लाइक अगर जैसे कि इसकी एग्जांपल हो सकती है कि व्हाट इज रेड कलर. लाइक सो समवन इज सेज रेड इज द ब्यूटी, समवन से रेड इज द डेंजर्स. ठीक है, तो सम से रेड मीन स्टॉप. तो हर एक की perception will be the different. Okay, phenomenological research is concerned with trying to understand what it is like from the point of view of the participants. Participants tries to make sense of their personal and social world, and the researcher tries to make sense of the participant. अब participant in phenomenological क्या होता है कि वो उसको पर्सनल एंड सोशल वर्ड को एक्सप्लेन कर रहे होते हैं, यानी सोशल वर्ड को वो पर्सनली क्या किस तरीके से ले रहे हैं, उसको किस तरीके से अंडरस्टैंड कर रहे हैं, तो वो उसको बता रहे होते हैं. और रिसर्चर क्या करता है, उसको समझता है एज द पार्टिसिपेंट इज टेलिंग. जिस तरह वो बता रहा है वो उसको उस तरीके से समझने की कोशिश कर रहा है. ठीक है, दैट इज anthropological, or sorry, that is a phenomenological. Now the next is anthrographic research. Anthrographic, that this picture is showing the what does it mean. Anthrographic, anthrography means the ethnicity of any area. Okay, ethnographic research is an attempt to obtain a detailed and holistic picture of the particular society, group, institution, setting, or situation. Researcher examines the behavioral pattern and perspective of participants in their natural setting. Example, village, college, office. Like if we want to get the detail of the any culture, customs, we'll get the information in ethnographic research. Focus on particular sites or sites that provide the researcher with a context in which to study both the setting and the participants who is inhabited. Like अगर हम study करना चाह रहे हैं the culture of the Sindh and the culture of the Punjab. ओके, अब पंजाब का कल्चर या सिंध का कल्चर चेक करना चाह रहे हैं, तो हमने देखना है कि हाउ द पीपल आर लिविंग देयर लाइफ, व्हाट इज द कस्टम रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन दे आर फॉलोइंग. ठीक है, घर कपड़े कैसे हैं, तो उस चीज को हमने चेक करना है. So this is called the ethnographic research. The participants are observed for extended periods as they take part in the natural occurring activities within the setting. ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे participants को observe करने के लिए specific period of time के लिए हम उसको observe करते हैं, वो जिस तरह की activities में है. आप लोगों ने बहुत से bloggers को देखा होगा कि वो different areas के lifestyle को अगर वो capture करना चाह रहे हैं, study करना चाह रहे हैं या बताना चाह रहे हैं, तो क्या करते हैं, वहाँ पे जाते हैं, उधर रहते हैं. ठीक है, उनके साथ मिक्स होके ना वहाँ पे रह के उस एरिया में उस चीज़ को एक्सप्लोर करते हैं, उस चीज़ को अच्छे से जानते हैं. ये नहीं कि अगर हमने किसी के कल्चर के बारे में पढ़ना है तो किसी से पूछ लिया और हमने कहा कि ओके दैट इज द कल्चर ऑफ सिंध. नहीं, अगर हमने उसको अच्छे से समझना है, डिटेल में समझना है, तो वी हैव टू गो देयर एंड वी हैव टू लिव देयर फॉर अ सर्टेन ऑफ टाइम एंड विल गेट द इंफॉर्मेशन. ठीक है, सो बिहेवियर कैन बी इजीली अंडरस्टूड बाय रिसर्चर इफ दे आर इन द इनसाइड ऑफ द रिसर्च एरिया. लाइक अगर वो खुद है उस रिसर्च एरिया में, देन ही विल बी वेरी इजीली अंडरस्टैंड एंड वेरी इजीली एक्सप्लेन द इंफॉर्मेशन. अगर वो किसी और से पढ़ कर रहा है, ठीक है, अगर वो सेकेंडरी सोर्सेस यूज कर रहा है, तो दैट विल बी अ difficult to explain anything in detail. Researchers often become our natural part of the research environment, right? और रिसर्च एक अच्छी तभी होती है when the researcher is a natural part of the research environment. So the next topic or the next type is a case study of research. Case study research. Case study क्या है? What is the case study? Researcher focus on a single case, which may be an individual, a group, an organization, or anything else that can be taken together as a unit or system. अब research case study सिंगल केस है, इंडिविजुअल का, ग्रुप का हो सकता है या किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का, यानी हम किसी एक सिंगल केस को डिटेल में स्टडी कर रहे हैं तो हम उसको कहते हैं दैट इज द केस स्टडी। लाइक अगर आप स्कूल में एक क्लासरूम में एक बच्चे को ऑब्जर्व करना चाह रहे हो कि व्हाई ही इज नॉट बिहेविंग प्रॉपरली, ही इज टोटली क्वाइट, व्हाई ही इज नॉट पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन एनी एक्टिविटीज, इवन हिज एकेडमिक रिकॉर्ड इज आल्सो लो, तो आप उसको स्टडी करना चाह रहे हैं व्हाट आर द रीजन, right? Why it's happened, what are the reason and how we can cure it. तो इन चीज़ों के what, why and how को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए, आंसर लेने के लिए विल गो फॉर द केस स्टडी। हम उसको डीपली अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं, फोकस कहाँ पे होता है, इन डेप्थ अंडरस्टैंडिंग, ताकि हम उस केस को डिस्क्राइब कर सकें, राइट? And then the other type is the action research. What is the action research? Action research that is focal on individual problem. In action research also we focus on individual problem. Action research focus on addressing a problem and improving the quality of something through an intervention, right? केस स्टडी और एक्शन रिसर्च में थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है। केस स्टडी सिंगल केस को कर रहा है और एक्शन रिसर्च सिंगल प्रॉब्लम को एड्रेस करेगी, राइट? कि जो कोई सिंगल प्रॉब्लम किसी, बेशक एक से ज़्यादा लोगों को हो रही है, तो वो प्रॉब्लम क्या है उसको हमने कैसे सॉल्व करना है। इट typically is designed and conducted by practitioners who analyze the data to improve their own practices. Especially this action research is for teachers, like they are practicing or they are improving their teaching, or they are delivering the lecture, or whenever they are facing the problem during his teaching learning process, तो वो उनको improve करने के लिए action research करती है। Action research can be done by individual or by team of colleagues. The team approach is called collaborative inquiry. हम person एक टीचर कर सकती है, collaborative way में भी कर सकती है, right? How action research defined in education? Action research is a form of investigation defined for used by the teachers to attempt to solve problem and improve professional practices in their own classroom. It involves systematic observation and data collection, which can be then used by the practitioner researchers in reflection, decision making, and the development of more effective classroom strategies, according to person Brown. राइट? अब एक्शन रिसर्च एजुकेशन में कैसे है कि टीचर्स ने अपनी प्रैक्टिसेस को इम्प्रूव करना है, लर्निंग, अपनी टीचिंग स्ट्रैटेजीज को इम्प्रूव करना है ताकि लर्नर्स की लर्निंग अच्छी हो सके। उन तो वो क्या करेंगे, वो एक्शन रिसर्च करेंगे और एक्शन रिसर्च के स्टेप्स भी सेम है, ठीक है? सिस्टमैटिक ऑब्जर्वेशन होगी, राइट? ताकि वो अपनी क्लासरूम की इन्वायरमेंट को इफेक्टिवली इंक्रीज कर सकें और स्टूडेंट्स की लर्निंग इफेक्टिवली इंक्रीज हो सके। Action research is a natural part of teaching. Teachers are continuously observing students, collecting data, and changing practices to improve students' learning and the classroom and school environment. Action research provides framework and that guide the energy of the teachers toward a better understanding of when, why, and how students become better learner. अभी एक्शन रिसर्च कंटिन्यूस है, नेचुरल पार्ट है, क्योंकि एक नेचुरल क्लासरूम की सेटिंग के अंदर स्टूडेंट टीचर जो है वो कंटिन्यूसली स्टूडेंट को ऑब्जर्व करती है, वो न्यू स्ट्रैटेजीज बनाती है, वो जो प्रॉब्लम एड्रेस हुई है या प्रॉब्लम अराइज हुई है उसको सॉल्व करने के लिए न्यू स्ट्रैटेजीज बनाती है, इम्प्लीमेंट करती है, फ्रेमवर्क को अगेन रीचेक करती है ताकि जो है प्रॉब्लम्स रिजॉल्व हो सके और स्टूडेंट्स के जो जितने प्रॉब्लम है रिजॉल्व होके वो अच्छे तरीके से लर्न कर सकें। एक्शन रिसर्च की जो है इट इज़ अ साइक्लिक प्रोसेस और सिस्टमैटिक प्रोसेस। सबसे पहले तो इस प्रैक्टिसेस में हमने तो सबसे पहले करना है कि प्रॉब्लम क्या है। जैसे हम साइंटिफिक रिसर्च मेथड के हैं, व्हाट इज़ द प्रॉब्लम, तो हमने अपनी प्रैक्टिसेस को रिव्यू करना है कि क्या प्रैक्टिसेस हैं, करंट प्रैक्टिसेस चल रही हैं, उनके प्रॉब्लम क्या है, ठीक है, और किस चीज़ को हमने इम्प्रूव करना चाह रहे हैं। अगर फिर जब हमें पता चल गया दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम और हमने फिर इमेजिन करना है हाउ वी कैन इम्प्रूव इम्प्रूव, ओके, क्या स्ट्रैटेजीज हो सकती हैं, इम्प्रूव किया जा सकता है क्या, किस तरीके से हम उसको इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं, देन जो हमने स्ट्रैटेजीज माइंड में सोची उसको हम ट्राई करते हैं, ठीक है, इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं, फिर हम उसका एनालिसिस करते हैं कि क्या हुआ, क्या वाकई इम्प्रूव हुई कि नहीं हुई, अगर नहीं हुई तो हम उस प्लान को मॉडिफाई करते हैं, ठीक है, कोई नई चीज़ करते हैं, देन उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं, इवेलुएट करते हैं कि मॉडिफाई जो हुआ हमारा वो एक्यूरेट हुआ, और अगर उस वक्त तक हम ये साइक्लिक प्रोसेस को चलते रहते हैं जब तक हमारा जो प्रॉब्लम है वो सॉल्व नहीं हो सकता, ठीक है। तो ये साइक्लिक प्रोसेस जो है रिपीट होता रहता है until our problem get resolved. Then our last part is for qualitative research is the grounded theory. Grounded theory is an approach to research which generates theory from data, right? Up, it's generating the theory from the data. Whatever the data we have, we are getting the new knowledge. Okay, we are getting the new information, new model, new law, new principle from the data. This is called the grounded theory. This approach can be used together with all of the other approaches we have discussed for further, right? यही approach हम सारी जितनी approaches हैं जहाँ से हम data collect कर रहे हैं हम उनके साथ use कर सकते हैं, because this approach is the process, ठीक है, use the theories about a process, action and interaction rather than going in with the theory. A grounded theory approach seeks to develop a theory for an action or process based on theme that emerge in the data. अब ये grounded theory जो ऑलरेडी थ्योरी है उनके साथ नहीं है, ये ग्राउंडेड थ्योरी जो हमारे पास डेटा आ रहा है उसमें से हमने एक प्रोसेस बनाया, एक थीम बनाई और उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करना है या उसको बनाना है, यानी एक थ्योरी नहीं बनानी है। और इसमें हमारी डेटा कलेक्शन होगी, डेटा एनालिसिस, जो भी हमारा डेटा हमारे पास आ रहा है, सैचुरेशन पॉइंट आ रहा है, ठीक है, जो न्यू चीज आ रही है उसको हम प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं जो हमारे पास ऑलरेडी डेटा था, ठीक है। द थ्योरी इज बेस्ड ऑन द रिसर्चर्स इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑफ द डेटा, राइट। ये यानी आप ये कह सकते हो कि आपने एक डेटा लिया, उसमें से आपने एक नई चीज निकाल रही, इंटरप्रेट किया, एनालिसिस किया, उसमें से जो नई चीज निकाली, दैट इज योर ग्राउंडेड थ्योरी, ठीक है। Information is already you have all the information, and whatever you are getting a new point, that is your called a your ground new information, or you will get the new information and new data from this uh, you will get the new information or new theory from the given data. I hope आप लोगों को आज का लेक्चर समझ आया होगा। थैंक यू, अल्लाह हाफिज। The data you'll get